There are 725 registered students, and we are trying to obtain a simple random sample of 5 students. So go into the textbook and let's look at the definition of a simple random sample. A sample of size n, in our case size 5, from a population of size capital N, which was 725, is obtained through simple random sampling if, so here's what we need, every possible sample of size 5 has an equally likely chance of occurring. So every possible sample of size 5 has to have an equally likely chance of occurring, and then we call it a simple random sample. So let's look at some ways or some possibilities to get a sample and see which one of those is simple random sample. So list each name on a separate piece of paper, place them all in a hat, pick 5. That is going to be totally random. Any group of 5 students is just as likely as any other group of 5 students, so it will create a simple random sample. The same with number B. If we number the students 1 through 725, a random number table is completely random. So when we use that, any group of 5 students is just as likely as any other group of 5. C says to ask the students to come to a meeting and pick 5 from those who come to the meeting. This will not create a simple random sample because all students will not be able to make it to the meeting. Some will have conflicts, some just won't want to come, so all students aren't equally likely of being chosen. And then D lists the names in alphabetical order and take the first 5 names on the list. Again, this is not a simple random sample because the students at the front of the alphabet are going to be chosen, and those with names at the end have no chance of being chosen. So check our answers there. Move on to the next part. We're going to use a random number table, so this option here in B, to create our sample of 5 students. So we're numbering all the students from 1 to 725, and then with the random number table we're going to start with the first column of the first row and work down. So pull up the random number table. We're just going to read the first 3 numbers of each of these entries in the random number table. So the first one is 752. So student 752 isn't actually part of our list. We only have 725 students. So we just skip that and move down. Student 167 got selected. And then student 950, which again doesn't exist. We only have 725 students, so skip down. 789 gets skipped. Student 123. And then student 487 got picked. And student 723 got picked. And then our 5th student is student 105. So that's completely random. Out of the 725 students, we selected those, and that's how you would use a random number table.